we were an accidental DoD contractor. We were solving the issue for wine and for cotton, for footwear, for milk and dairy products. And somebody within the space realm heard about this and like, wait a minute, they need to see this for a nested bill of materials for a rocket. So like, oh, okay. We didn't chase it. He went and chased it on our behalf and won. We won the AFWERX challenge. So we're like, well, shoot. They needed to take this technology and point it toward a part and help the quality assurance engineers, right, validate receipt of parts multiple tiers deep against a checklist. And it was a manual effort. You have to go out in the field and look at, well, I did this, right? I went out with it. And you get into a skiff, and I didn't even know what the heck a skiff was at the time, but you have to get into a skiff, turn your cell phones in, and you're looking at blueprints, and you're chasing down, checklists, and it takes hours to go get the next blueprint. And so we have automated that one. We have semi-automated human assist, right? Or actually AI assist against those requirements of a part. Now that can get applied anywhere you've got a buyer of parts. So anytime procurement, right, that needs assistance, right, and in inbound receipt of goods. Now you can start doing that digitally before the goods hit your dock. So think about the parts, that's built. And then we go to people. That's our largest commercial engagement right now, is the verifying the credentials of people. Specifically, our first use case was non-citizen healthcare workers, because they need to come across the border. That's an issue. They've got credentials that have come from non-US based academic institutions. That's an issue. But we are taking this information and bringing visibility and ownership of it to both the staffing agency that's helping place them, as well as the individual nurses. So it maintains in their possession, their control. And now you've got, think about the potential application we're speaking now for workers that need to work in a fab facility for semiconductors. You got to make sure that they have the right credentials to work on that fab for. It's the same technology. Yeah. So now that we've built it, we're starting to point it at other use cases, other industries that have the same need, right? We start talking about processes. And our biggest contract there is with NIST and the CHIPS office. So we were in the metrology contract. And metrology is really taking the math of production, right? What happens when you make a semiconductor? And it's a recipe, right? So there's 20,000 steps to make a semiconductor, and then you've got the output of each of that. So the results of the production line. Every day, a fab, I think the number I heard was produces 7 terabytes of data a day. All of that data is important to individually identify that object. It's a digital fingerprint, right? Think of it that way. But we don't take it we don't centralize it anywhere. They maintain it. We use the hash function and the encryption to isolate it to a digital fingerprint. Now that we have this, think about the ability to create a digital recipe for a distributed manufacturing, additive manufacturing product, right? So 3D printing. You now have the ability of that same recipe to categorize that recipe as intellectual property and send it out into a distributed manufacturing network of replacement parts, and know discreetly who used it when for licensing. Right? It's the same technology. So parts, people, processes, place. Right? We've recently been awarded the contract for the Navy on determining and defining their smart contracts. What they need to do is assist in the qualifications for. We actually don't know yet. We're still investigating. It's a phase 1. But one of the options is to make sure that we're gathering the credentials of a trusted supply chain, right? So it's the facilities, it's the places, it's the parties, the last 2 Ps. Or do they have the capabilities that they say that they have, right? And then we can use this same technology to provide evidence to compliance of the requirements, and then help AI assist it and bring it forward to a human. Now you've got this illumination multiple tiers deep across all 5 of the Ps. So that's the way that we approached it. You'll see it on the GBBC handbook the use cases. You'll see it, the 5 Ps. And we list some of these use cases that we're exploring. But that's how, for me even, I'm not telling you that I'm capturing land title registry. I'm not capturing cow DNA. I'm not capturing, right, the inspection of an OSHA facility. I'm capturing all of that, right? So it's not any one of those use cases. It's all of them. And that's really what's fun for us, really exciting. I should say beyond fun. It's just, it's inspiring to see the potential when you bring the definition of the problem to the technology, not the other way around. If you don't bring the technology to the problem, you'll limit yourself. But if you look at the problem and then bring technology to it, now you start unlocking the potential. And that's how we're applying the technology.